If your car's A or C smells like a wet gym bag, a dirty basement, or mildew the second you turn it on, that smell is coming from one specific place, it's growing, and there's a $6 fix for the exact same thing a shop will charge you $150 to do. I'll show you where the smell actually comes from, the $6 fix, and the 30-second trick that stops it from ever coming back, and most people have never heard the last one. Let's go. The smell actually is deliver fast. Here's the truth, and it's a little gross. That smell is bacteria and mold. Not in the air, not in the vents, exactly. It's growing on one part called the evaporator, a small cold radiator buried deep in your dashboard. Here's why it grows there. When your A or C runs, that evaporator gets cold, and cold metal in hot air makes condensation water. Dark, wet, warm adjacent, no sunlight. That's a perfect home for mold and bacteria, and it's sitting right where all your A or C air passes through before it hits your face. So when you turn on the A or C and get that wet, musty punch, you're breathing what's growing on that wet coil every time. That's the smell. Now here's the fix, 2 of them, cheap, 2 less cheap, and then the free trick that stops it for good. Stay with me for 30 more seconds, because the second fix is the one shops charge the big money for, and you can do it in your driveway, and after that I'll give you the free habit that means you never smell this again. Fix 1, the cabin air filter, the $6 one. First and cheapest, your cabin air filter. It's a paper filter, usually behind the glove box, that all your A or C air passes through. When it's old and packed with damp debris, it holds moisture and grows its own funk, and it chokes airflow on top of it. It's a $6 to $15 part, and on most cars you reach it in 5 minutes with no tools. Drop the glove box down, slide the old one out, slide the new one in, arrow pointing the right way. Shops charge $50, $60 in labor for that 5-minute swap. Do it yourself. If your filter's never been changed, this alone can knock out the smell. Fix to treat the evaporator, the $150 job, for $10, but the real source is that evaporator coil, and you can't reach it with your hand. So here's what shops charge $154 and how you do it for about $10. You buy an A or C evaporator cleaner or foaming disinfectant, the kind made for exactly this, about $10 at any auto parts store. It comes with a tube. You follow the can's directions. Usually you feed the tube into the cabin filter housing or the drain area to reach the coil, and the foam coats it and kills what's growing. Run the fan, let it work through, and the smell dies at the source. That's the same job, same result. The shop's version is a guy with a can in 10 minutes. You just did it for $10. Now here's the part almost nobody knows, the free 30-second habit that stops the smell from ever coming back. Miss this and you'll be buying that can every summer. Do it and you won't. The free fix that stops it forever. The smell grows because that coil stays wet after you shut the car off. Warm, wet, dark, sealed up all night, mold's dream. So here's the trick. About 2 minutes before you reach where you're going, turn the A or C compressor off but leave the fan running. That's it. The compressor stops making the coil cold, so it stops making condensation, and that last 2 minutes of plain fan airflow dries the coil out before you park. A dry coil can't grow mold. Do this on your regular drives and the musty smell simply never develops. 2 minutes out, A or C off, fan on, let it dry. Free, forever. That's the one the shop will never tell you, because a dry coil doesn't sell $10 cans or $150 visits. Why the shop doesn't tell you fast, don't linger. Same story as always. There's no money in a free habit. There's money in the diagnosis, the cleaning service, the let's take a look. I'm not saying every shop's crooked, but nobody downstream of your repair bill has a reason to teach you the 30-second version. Where I operated, there was no shop. You learned why the machine did what it did, and you fixed it at the source because that was the only fix coming. So, the smell is mold on a wet coil, $6 filter, $10 coil cleaner for the job, shops charge $150, and the free 2-minute habit A or C off, fan on before you park that stops it for good. Try the free one on your next drive, then come back and tell me in the comments, what does your A or C smell like right now? I read them, and mechanics, if I got it right, back me up below. If this saved you a smell and $150, subscribe, because next time I'm showing you the dashboard warning light that shops use to sell the most unnecessary repairs in America and what it actually means when it comes on.